Greetings, fellow mystery fans. Well, our look at season 2 of Veronica Mars now continues on with Blast from the Past. So, let's take a look at it. Directly after the previous episode, Wallace angrily confronts Alicia about Nathan being his father. Alicia tells Wallace that Nathan betrayed her while supposedly going on a police case that Wallace's purported father, Hank Fennell, is his legal father. In class, Veronica nominates Wallace for Homecoming King, and another boy nominates Veronica. Wallace tells Veronica that Nathan is his father before Jackie approaches and expresses her jealousy. He tells Veronica that he has a 12-point lead in the sheriff race. Nice. In the bathroom, Jackie walks up to Veronica and tells her that she needs her help with her credit card, which has been maxed out without her knowledge. Veronica reluctantly agrees. Alicia confronts Keith for Wallace's birth certificate, which he stole in the previous episode. They get into an increasingly heated debate. Nathan talks to Wallace and says that he's tried to find Wallace for years and hands him letters that he sent. Wallace successfully made the nominating pool for Homecoming royalty. Logan and Jackie flirt in school. Veronica matches the credit card items with a girl named Cora and invites her to pick out homecoming dresses together to find out more. Logan and Duncan agree to hang out. During a sheriff's race debate, Sheriff Allen brings up the fact that Keith would have arrested Ed Doyle for a DUI if he had followed procedure. Veronica finds out that Cora could not have stolen Jackie's credit card. Duncan invites Veronica to homecoming. Aww. Keith has lost his lead in the sheriff's race. Aww. Wallace shows Alicia the letters and she blows up at him. Veronica plants a listening device in Sheriff Lamb's office. Veronica goes to the first place the credit card was spent, the psychic shop where Jackie went. Veronica decides to go on the psychic Madame Sophie's show to expose her as a fraud. Veronica, through listening through the audio device, finds out that Sheriff Lamb blackmails Jackie's father, the baseball player Terrence Cook. The girl who went on the psychic's show says that she has a message from the bus crash, and Veronica listens. Veronica goes on the show without having told anyone. The psychic has a message from Lily, but it turns out that Jackie framed Veronica to embarrass her. Wallace angrily tells Veronica to let it go while simultaneously telling Jackie that he's not going to homecoming dance with her because of the incident. Veronica shows Keith a message before the bus crash, and there's an explosion on the tape, indicating that the bus is sabotaged. Veronica tells Keith to use the information to his advantage, but he denies the suggestion. Homecoming occurs, where Jackie is alone and Veronica and Duncan dance. Veronica sees Jackie dancing with Logan, and Jackie yells at Veronica. Keith shows Lamb the message evidence. Alicia calls Keith and says that Wallace went missing after the prom. Veronica calls Wallace, but he doesn't pick up. We see that Wallace is driving away with his father. So let's look at some cultural references made in this episode. Veronica mentions Love Hangover. Veronica insults someone by calling them Zippy the Pinhead. Veronica compares Nathan to Donnie Brasco. Veronica says that her coffee smells like a Rorschach test. Veronica compares Duncan to Howard Hughes. Sheriff Lamb and Terrence both want the latter to make the National Baseball Hall of Fame a museum. Veronica paraphrases this statement supposedly uttered by Shoeless Joe Jackson. Keith references the album Cheap Trick at Budokan. And now onto the arc significance of this episode. Veronica bugs Sheriff Lamb's office and finds him blackmailing Terrence Cook, who has gambling debt. Veronica finds a voicemail message left by a student on the bus moments before the crash and confirms, after her father hears it, that there was a sound before the bus hits the rail that could be an explosion. Keith opts not to go public with the message, giving it to Lamb instead. And now onto the music in this episode. The following songs can be heard in the episode. Papa Was a Rolling Stone by The Temptations, sung by actor Percy Dykes III. Nice. Press Record Then Play by Lake Holiday. No Sleep Tonight by The Faders, and Whatever It Takes, also by The Faders. And now, finally, onto the production of this episode. The character of Weevil does not appear in Blast from the Past, despite being credited. This episode features a cameo appearance by Mandy, who previously guest starred in the first season episode Hot Dogs. Blast from the Past also marks the last appearance for several months for series regulars Percy Dykes III and Tessa Thompson. Dykes would not appear until One Angry Veronica, while Thompson would not appear until Richard and Wallace go to White Castle. The episode was written by Phil Klimmer and Kathy Belbin and directed by Harry Weiner, marking Klimmer's sixth writing credit, Belbin's first writing credit, and Weiner's second directing credit. As a joke, the character Jackie can be seen TiVoing the series Cupid, a show that was created by Veronica Mars creator Rob Thomas. In addition, another show on Jackie's TiVo list is Sunset and Vaughn, a fictional series set within Cupid. So overall, this is a pretty interesting episode, and it's kind of, I guess, good in a way that Wallace decided to go with this app, but yet at the same time, it is kind of sad that he decided to do that. So, yeah. So, overall, I give Blast from the Past 4 marshmallows out of 5. Well, to the next week on Monday as we take a look at Rat Saw God. So until then, remember everyone, the game's afoot.